Regrets. I've had a few. But then again, too few to mention. I've lived each charted course, each careful step on the byway. I've lived a life that's true, and might I say, not in a shy way, but much more than this. I did it my way. Don't copyright strike me, Frank Sinatra. You better not be all up in this. I don't deserve this here. I just wanted to approach the camera and say I need to pee right now, and I shouldn't have started recording. But I also wanted to give a little personality. Sprinkle it in there. Of what the fuck is this guy? What do you mean you're talking about? The way that the universe works, or God, or what is it? What is he just a hippie man? Does he have an agenda for me? What's this guy on about? This is my interpretation of what I think people are thinking about me. And I will respond with a George Carlin quote. George Carlin, are you trying to make people think? No. I'm not trying to make people think. That's the kiss of death. What I'm trying to do is let people know I'm thinking. If I had a seat here, I would tell you to join me. I do not have a seat here, but I would tell you to join me. I'm looking to have a space for the things that I know are going to be beneficial for all of humanity, for you, for your self-empowerment, for you to love your life. And that's not the most common denominator. I go trying to slap a Band-Aid over my $4,000 of debt with a barista job, or a McDonald's service, or an Amazon service. Not that whoever is working those are in the wrong place. All I'm saying is, for whatever I have found my values to be, I would not be supporting what I want to see in the world. I want to be on the front lines, working to increase wages for all of those employees working those jobs, for getting quality products into those restaurants, to backpedal, instead of looking at the surface level, say, oh, we have an infrastructure problem here. Right now, our farmland is producing vegetation, produce that is starved of nutrition. Our farmland is miles away, and there's no local farmers market near me because I don't own land. I don't have a garden. I'm not making any vegetables for myself or others. So now I'm forced to go to a grocery store that provides me things that I need to survive, or work at a grocery store so that I can get the discount and afford those groceries. So many interconnected. Whoa. Take a step back. So, out of all this, I found that there's a lot of people who think that who have accepted this lifestyle, that their values are aligned with, yeah, I will take 15 gummy worms and shove them all up in my mouth, and that makes me happy. Power to you. My values align. I'm really tired today. I just want something to eat. I want something quick. I'm just gonna go to fast food and go home because I can't. Power to you. I'm saying you shouldn't be that exhausted to rely on, or you shouldn't have to be that exhausted to rely on something for your gratification or your rest. You deserve better. If the bar is here, if the bottom line is here, take it off the fucking screen. Literally. Tyler the Creator quote. We gon' run it up. 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 The sky is just what we stand on to reach the beyond. You're standing on the fucking ground right now. That's an assumption. I don't actually know that. You could be standing on the sky. I say, reach for the stars. Regardless of where you are. How low is your bottom line? Is it on the floor? Is it eye level? Wherever it is, it needs to go up. All of us deserve better. We deserve better than war. We deserve better than corruption. We deserve better than incremental change. We deserve quicker change for and towards sustainability for everybody to thrive because we deserve it. This message is so simple. How do we do it? Wherever your values are, they need an upgrade. When I say you deserve better, I fucking mean that shit. Minimum wage my ass. Band-Aid my ass. You deserve better. I deserve better. Same fucking sentence. I deserve better. You deserve better. We thrive together. How do we do that? All of the laws of the universe point to when you empower yourself. I'm not talking about living some rich lifestyle. I'm talking about building your environment to support you, and your well-being and your happiness. And I pair those two things together, your well-being and your happiness. What helps you to live a healthier life. Actively reshapes the world. If we're looking at the values of the people leading to outcomes, what a democracy does. A democracy. Then, let me add to that. A democracy, that's what people do. That's what we do. When we align our values and come together in community, we make change happen. If the value is, I don't trust that motherfucker. I don't trust that motherfucker with my life. I keyed his car. I know I shouldn't have done it. But he had it coming to him. He deserved that. Hey, if you're karma, be karma. At the same time, whatever you thought you deserved, you attracted to you. If that's settling for less, why are you settling for less? Why did you lead into a position where you had to key that motherfucker's car? I'm not talking about prep work. I'm talking about knowing your values. I deserve better. Yeah. Fucking of course you do. Duh. Right now, there's a lot of chaos. From what I have interpreted as shit being swept under the rug. Projected on, that's tomorrow me's problem. That's their problem. Learned behavior of the inability to take responsibility for my own actions has led to this. One way or another, my actions had an impact. It led me exactly to where I am. No? Yes. Yes. It is when we separate ourselves. Let me speak for myself. When I separate myself from what I'm responsible for, a pile starts to build. And that pile doesn't just go away. If I'm okay with not carrying that, not taking action, throwing it in the garbage, or sorting through it, organizing it. There's stuff I want in there. Stuff I don't want in there. Sweeping it under the rug. Would I see that having an effect on directly when I don't take responsibility for myself, my thoughts, my emotions, my actions? I see world leaders who have the inability to take responsibility for war that is happening. I can't take responsibility for it until I own the damn place. I'm not even following news anymore. I just hear bits and pieces. I hear the culture, the mass majority culture, learning a lesson through a couple guys. People who do represent the majority of people's values. Old habits dying hard. They're rearing their head. And they're not going to go away until we face them. We face that pile of our responsibility, the things that I have control over. This rabbit hole is only a rabbit hole if you dig it. I don't mean to be the bearer of bad news, but if it really is as simple as taking care of what you can control, going to therapy, something's not right, something's misfiring, somebody's not right in my life, I need to let them go. They're not supporting me how I need to be supported. Whatever it looks like. Whenever I had those 15 gummy worms and my stomach is not feeling great. I knew my stomach wasn't going to be able to handle that. I did it anyways. Eating what's right for you. What you know is going to support your well-being. going and doing some exercise. Because you know that's going to support your well-being. I just remembered one of my points that I forgot to make. New Year's resolutions. An easy way to give up on yourself when you don't meet your expectations. I want to do this. I've been waiting to do this all of last year. That last year, it's over with. It's done. I'm a new man. I'm a new woman. I'm a new they. I'm a new them. I deserve better. I'm going to try really taking care of myself. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it this time. That self-doubt never quite left. If you got friends who are like, no, you're fucking not. No way. No way. Resembling your inner dialogue, whatever that looks like, that would probably be my own. That's gonna surface. Challenge your commitment. Are you really committed to yourself? I think I am. And then you get through a month. You get through 1.5 months. Maybe you didn't even make it the first month. Your goal was to run a marathon every single day. Wow. Quite the achievement. You made it a month. The one day you decide, that's too much. I can't sustain that. And then you let a day go. And then I let myself down. Okay, tomorrow I'm gonna get back on that horse. I'm gonna go again. Okay. I failed. I messed up. I wasn't as committed to myself that one day. You miss another day. I failed. I can't keep this up. My friends were right. This is hard. Maybe I'm really not as committed to myself as I thought. A marathon every single day, that's Boulder Dash. That's crazy. An insane person would do that. Anything. I'm using New Year's resolutions as an example. Anything that gives you the opportunity to not meet your expectations. Because expectations were set, there's going to be the potential for failure. You want to uphold your values? Let yourself stumble. Let yourself trip up. Let yourself make mistakes. Let those values change. That's what it looks like. Those thoughts that build, that grow, that increase in weight. All those emotions of, I didn't meet my expectations, that level of perfection I wanted. That's the work. Those are the emotions that you're actually facing. It's not about the marathon. It's about a commitment to yourself through those feelings that come up. The things that would have made you give up in the past. And then a little bit of gratitude. Oh my God. A gratitude practice. Grateful. I ran a marathon every day of that month. I didn't think I was going to be able to do that. I thought that was impossible. I did it though. Okay. Hold yourself in that high regard. You accomplished something. And then don't hold on to it too much. Or don't cling to that too hard. Because then you're lost in the idea of accomplishment and perfection the same way as expectations leading to the potential for failure. I hope that makes sense. To tie things together, I still need to pee. But I'm here to simplify and normalize you taking care of yourself. The end all be all. The end all be all. Be here now. Ram Dass. Be the movement. Andrew Hart. That's my name, by the way. One of my previous videos, I don't know if this is true, but I wanted to see if the subscribe button would flash every time I said subscribe. So I'm gonna keep that practice up. And have that reminder of it's a practice. It's not something that happens. It's a practice. It's something that you bring yourself back to. Subscribe. It's something that you want to do for yourself. Subscribe. It's something that you give to yourself. A practice of subscribing. Why subscribe? Well, this is going to be quite the journey. And for all of the algorithm reasons, sure. To follow along, whatever this is to, I hope, take away from a stream of content and give a moment back to yourself. It's interesting. Subscribe. Really, like check if it's flashing, because that'd be pretty crazy. I forgot what I was gonna say. Wow. That was awful. What an awful future if that's happening. A practice of deep listening in Buddhism. It's a practice of gratitude and a practice of deep listening. strangely enough, watching a carefully constructed video, edited, re-edited, all the music and the flashy graphics added in, effects, that's there's a separation of content. We could draw lines in some other video, but anything that becomes a conversation where you get things like streaming, people can talk to the streamers. People can be seen and can feel heard, even if it's just for a half-second blip where you're recognized. If that is something that we're reaching for, beyond this, somebody sitting and actually listening and feeling valued with attentiveness, then, man, we gotta get back on track. Deep listening. Practice of patience. Willingness to sit and see the stumbling. See somebody not just as this polished object. I'd liken it to the same thing as your capacity to see yourself in your stumbling beyond polished perfection. If I can stumble for you, if you stay for my stumbling, that could be a practice too.